Hey, what's up? This is Jason Drone. Welcome to today's episode of GSD Daily. It is episode 100. So 100 days. For the past 100 days at 10 a.m. or thereabouts, I have done these. And we really haven't covered too many of the same topics, which I'm pretty excited about. This week has been how to make money writing. So if you like writing, if you need to generate some income, generate some revenue, there are lots of ways to do it by writing, and we've been through a lot of them this week. Yesterday, so we talked about freelance writing, we talked about professional blogging, we talked about submitting articles for payment, and today we're going to talk about becoming an author and using, ebooks and books and things as the way that you're going to be generating revenue. Now, we're going to cover some Kindle stuff. We're going to cover some Kindle digital publishing, KDP is what the name of it is. We're going to talk about some PDFs and whatnot. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jason Drone, founder of doneforyou.com. We create offers for our clients, we create sales funnels, and then we do the marketing automation and set all the traffic and stuff for clients too. Basically building the foundation for their business, their digital business. Oftentimes we create products too, for them. So there's been a number of instances where we write books for them or we ghostwrite for them, which is, and we're always looking for writers, so that was kind of some of the inspiration behind this week was, A, we're always looking for great writers. B, writing is the foundation of, every digital business, literally. I mean, whether it's blog posts or PDFs or content or copy or email newsletters or whatever, writing is the foundation for it all. Even video. I mean, videos typically need to be scripted. Not all the time, but quite often, so that all starts with writing. So it doesn't matter how you, kind of slice it up. Writing is the fundamental building block of the internet. Content is king. It always has been. So understanding that you can generate revenue and you have value, writing, is a key differentiator in realizing that you can, break free of whatever, shit you're in, and start moving forward online, so many of the business models that we have grown used to have been upended in the last 3 or 4 months, and they're not going back to normal. So you might as well embrace it and start moving digitally, and writing stuff. So, and there's lots of ways to make money doing that. Today we're going to cover Kindle and becoming an author. So it used to be that you needed to write your first chapter, submit your manuscript, get approved, or get, face 32 rejection letters and ultimately become a published author. Then self-publishing became more prevalent, and there still is like becoming a published author. There still is publishing houses and imprints who will publish your book for you. They'll market for you. They'll do all of this stuff. They'll take most of the royalties. They'll give you 25 cents, per book sold or whatever. But more and more and more authors are moving to a self-publishing model because they get to now they get to build their audiences, online. They have a direct relationship with their audience, with their people, with their tribe, through social media. So they can write books, they can send out email newsletters, they can do webinars, they can do so many different things, to engage their viewers, readers, whatever. So self-published authors, for the most part, they're just in a much better position financially to reap the rewards of their work and also expand their portfolio of products by putting together coaching offers and digital video courses, as well as paperback books and ebooks and so on and so forth. So many of our clients, they don't just have the book, they have the coaching offer, they have the digital course, they have the membership, they have the things, that have the things that help them spend more or help them, make more online, which is awesome. Now, putting together that initial body of work is the challenge. So What I tell people often is, don't overthink it. Like we kind of start with like a mind map, or start with a bulleted list and say this, these are your major part titles. And then in those part titles, you're going to have these headlines, and these subheadlines are going to, step a reader through your process, or ultimately give the transformation that they are seeking. So you're writing a book because you have a story, you have a message, so outline the book first, or put it in a mind map first. So you spend, the 60 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever, and just put a lot of thought and a lot of brain power into that text, into what your process is or what it's going to be. And I found that when you do that, when you sit down and you say, for the next 60 minutes, I'm just going to outline, how this book is going to go. Doesn't mean you're 100% perfect that time, but if you put together a good outline, then now every time you come back and you sit down to write, you're not trying to chomp, to do the whole book in one sitting. You're just trying to write a couple pages that are in that chapter. So you can sit down for 30 minutes, you can write a chapter, and then tomorrow you can sit down for another 30 minutes and write a chapter, or so on and so forth. That's one of the reasons why so many people start with like a blog, so they actually they have, they create their outline for their book, and then they just write a blog entry for each of the chapter titles, or each of the, the sections. And that's one of the reasons why so many books now are arranged as if it was a blog, because a lot of times it starts as a blog, and it might be an unpublished blog. It might be something that is kind of trapped behind a login, so general readers can't see it. But, just chunking that text day after day after day helps you put together a book in 3 months. Whereas before it wouldn't even be possible, because you just look at this monstrosity of a project and you're like, well, wow, that really sucks. There's no way I'm going to get to it. So the chunking is really key to writing your book, or to creating a body of work that you can end up selling. And once that's done, basically you're just putting your text inside a Word document, or inside a Apple Pages document, or even Google Drive, your Google Docs, I guess, so you can just copy and paste everything in there, or you can write from there and then just, continue adding to it. But if you have a nice table of contents, then you know exactly what you're going to be doing every day. You start at the bottom, work your way down, or perhaps you're not necessarily interested in writing about this thing. You want to write about this thing today because it's prevalent in your life. So you write about that thing, and then, so you're able to just kind of jump around and pick the chapters that you want to do. Everybody has a different writing style, and they're all good. It's just about getting shit done. It's just about being productive on it. Once the book is written, or once you have enough of the work that it's written, then the next step is to format it. So if you're formatting in like Pages or Word docs or whatever, then of course you have your bold and your fonts and all that other stuff. But Kindle actually has a nice formatting tool that I want to show you real quick. And what the beautiful part about it is, you can export in a Kindle published format, like a Kindle publishing zip file almost, and then it imports directly into Kindle, so you can start selling it as an ebook in Kindle, or as a paperback in Kindle. So let me show you that real quick. We're gonna jump over. I'm not sure how this is gonna resize, because this Kindle Create is like this small. So we're gonna play this by ear. So this is Kindle Create's free piece of software. It integrates to your Kindle account, your Amazon, your kdp.amazon.com account, which is just your Amazon login. So you can do two different things. Like for, I actually did this book in, so this book is done in this Kindle Create. So, it's got full cover graphics and all this other stuff. And this textbook is for sale on Amazon. And then I did this paperback. I did the Kindle version in this Kindle Create too. So I've used this quite a bit. So Kindle Create, if we go to resume existing project, so we're going to create a new project file, and I just want to show you this. We're not going to create a new file. I'm going to go to an existing file and show you some of the tutorials and stuff, or not tutorials, but show you some of the capabilities. So right now, you can do a novel, essay, poetry, narrative, or nonfiction book. You can do a comic with a guided view, or you can do textbooks, travel guides, cookbooks, and music books. So like this, when I published the Kindle version, I selected this top one. So this is like a narrative nonfiction. And then when I did this one, I selected the textbook travel guide. So because I wanted it to be color and I wanted it to be big, I wanted it to be a big document, or like a big book, a big binding. And then you select which one you want. So up here, your novel, essay, poetry, this, you're going to upload a doc or a docx file, which you can export. Yeah, you can export from Google, or you can export from Google Drive or Microsoft Word. If you are uploading a textbook or travel guide, it's just a PDF. So you don't have editing capability when you export a PDF. It's just, how it works. So they don't have that functionality yet, because they want to make sure that when they print the file, it's, the images and everything line up where they're supposed to. It just gives, and then if you've ever read anything in Kindle, you know how it kind of moves some of the text around. So sometimes the formatting gets a little weird. All right, so we're going to cancel this. We're going to open a project so you can see what the inside of it looks like. All right. And it opened a window. All right, so we're going to go here. There we go. All right. So let's see if this one opens up. It might not open up. You might have to start a new one. All right, so we're just going to start a new one. We're going to upload a novel, essay, poetry, or narrative. We're now going to choose a file. So just real quick, let's see, what do I have on my desktop here that we can kind of mess with? Oh, here's one. Okay, cool. So this is what we're going to do. So this is you're going to see this PDF here in a little bit. It's just something we're working on. But basically what it's doing is I uploaded a doc file, and it is converting it into it's going through and it converted it into a Kindle oriented file. So I'm going to scroll down. All right. So the import has been successful. We're going to continue. And then I need to change my screen here. It keeps moving over. I got three monitors here, and it keeps moving over to the next one. So we're going to accept selected. All right. Now I'm going to stop this screen share, and I'm going to share the screen that it opened. It opened up another screen here. So this is the screen that it opened, and this is probably really ugly for you right now, but let's do this. So automated webinar playbook. So this is a PDF that we're going to be putting together that is, it's going to be like a third journal, a third checklist, and a third tutorial. So I'm pretty excited about, it, and we're just putting it together and designing it and stuff at the moment, but we're going to use it as a lead magnet. And also, just a kind of a training tool. So, but basically what we can do with this is we have a very, very simple font kind of editing tools. So we can go through, and this is going to be a chapter title, and we can have, this is the chapter subtitle, let's say, and then we have our, our paragraph text. And what this does is when you format it in like the Kindle language, then Kindle, the Kindle reader, can move it around and make sure that it appears on a Kindle device the way it's supposed to. It also makes sure that when you print that as a PDF, you can expand the sizes and stuff, and then you're all good. So you have your basic you kind of have like a view window. You have some undos. You can insert different pages and stuff. This isn't like a full-blown text editor though. So what they're really trying to do is this is the last 2% of formatting to make it like, to make it look really great on a Kindle device. So it's a lot of font stuff. You can change, you can change to a subheadline, a block quote, there's all kinds, there's separators and stuff. But what it's really trying to do is standardize your text so that then Kindle can interpret it. And then what you're doing is, once you're happy with it, you can export. So you publish it and then it creates, and let me switch the window again. This thing likes to open up lots of windows. So I think this is a window. Yep. So now you can export it. Your project has not yet been saved, and then you can hit OK. Then we're going to save the project onto our desktop. And there we go. So now we can upload it into Kindle. So that's kind of the, how you would end up formatting it nicely. Then after you export it, then we're going to switch the screen again. We're going to go into, we're going to go into, here we go. All right. We're going to go into Amazon Kindle Digital Publishing. And this is where your controls for your books are set up, both your paperback books and your Kindle books. So here we have 3. So I got 3 books here. There's Funnel Factor, there's Create, and then there's Convert. You can set your pricing in here. You have your Kindle ebook pricing as well as your paperback pricing. And then you can promote and advertise for the books here as well. So it used to be that all the paperback stuff was done on a website called CreateSpace, and Amazon acquired CreateSpace quite a while ago, and they had paperback publishing tools, which were really, really nice. The first book I actually had them publish, like I had them do the design cover, and it was like $800 or something, and they formatted the text real nice, did the cover and all that other stuff. It was a really nice service. And then the tools just got so good that you could just publish on your own, like this. So you can write the document, you can format the document as a Kindle, thing, and then you can upload that document into kdp.amazon.com. And all you have to do when you want to create a new book, you just log in. You want to create a Kindle book or paperback, you just follow the prompts. It takes about half an hour. You upload your document, you preview the document, you make sure that it looks good on a Kindle device, and it takes usually like 24 or 48 hours for approval. I think somebody at Amazon headquarters goes through and also makes sure that a reader is going to have a great experience reading it. There isn't anything weird in there, and then it gets approved and is live on the marketplace, and you can start selling it. So it really is a very, very nice, seamless process. It is not hard to do. And then, having a book gives you the credibility, that sometimes you're looking for. It might put you on stage. It might make it might make what you do more credible from a customer client standpoint. The book is never something you're going to get rich on. You know that though, like, as an author, you're never going to get rich on the book. But the book opens doors that might not be open to you otherwise. And it also lets you have authority in the marketplace. You can sell your courses, you can sell your coaching and all that other stuff. So the book is a gateway to get where you want to go. You're going to make some money with books too, it's just not going to be a whole lot, even published, even self-published, your book might end up generating, $3, $4 per sale. Actually, let me go look at this. So let me share my screen again. So if we go into like Create here, we're going to go look at the ebook. So edit ebook pricing. So I just want to show you what the numbers end up looking like. So this particular ebook is $14.95. My royalty is $5.23. So, I mean, I make $5 per purchase. It isn't a barn burner by any means. Let's look at the Kindle. Let's look at the paperback version, which is less, of course, because they have to print it. So here's the edit book pricing. So this paperback is $19.95. My royalty is $4.18 for expanded distribution, $8.17 if it wasn't expanded distribution. So all in all, it's not much. It's not much. So writing a book is about the gateway. It's about getting you on bigger stages if that's what you want. It's about selling additional products and establishing yourself as an authority. It is going to make you some money, but it's about all of the things that are next in your world. If you have any questions at all, or would like to, talk about, building a sales funnel, putting together these offers, figuring out what a membership site would look like or a coaching program would look like for your business, just go to doneforyou.com/start, fill in the little application, schedule a call, with my team. And if you have any questions at all, just go to doneforyou.com and then, click the little chat box in the lower right-hand corner, and we will get back to you ASAP. I hope you have a fantastic Friday and a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday. All right. Thanks.